Guys, guess what? As of February 26th, 2019, I am a permanent resident of Japan. Crazy, right? Man, that's so much weight off my shoulders because I don't have to worry about work visas anymore. Sorry to those of you who still have to worry about work visas. But now that I have permanent residency status, I wanted to talk about some of the myths that I ran into when I was getting ready to apply. And I don't think people do it intentionally, but I think there's a lot of irrational, unfounded fears kind of circulating around permanent residency. Because not everybody does it, you know? Let's take some of the fear out of the equation. And I'm telling you this stuff because I know firsthand. Today, I want to dispel 7 myths about permanent residency. Myth number 1, you need a lawyer to apply for permanent residency in Japan. Nope, not true. Now, your case may be different from mine, so I can't say what your special situation might be, but I intentionally went to that office and did every single thing by myself, did not take a translator, didn't take anybody with me, because I wanted to see if I could do this on my own. I did the process start to finish by myself, and it worked. Myth number 2, the permanent residency process is hard. Not exactly. I wouldn't say that it's hard, especially if you've done all the things that you're supposed to do. If you stayed on top of your tax payments and things like that, it shouldn't be too bad at all. Now, you do have to go and pick up documents, and it's kind of like a scavenger hunt picking up all these things, but it shouldn't take too long. It kind of depends on when your employer gets your certificate of employment back to you. You know, going to City Hall to pick up the documents you need, you can do that in an hour or two. Actually an hour or less. You can pick up those documents. The hardest part, genuinely, for me, was getting the guarantor, getting somebody to vouch for me. And the reason it was tough is because you don't really want to impose on anybody's time. At least I don't. The other reason it's tough is because your guarantor has to go and pick up documents from City Hall too and submit them along with your application. So that's the part that's a little bit tricky for people, I think. But other than that, it's not too bad. And that's assuming that you haven't had any hiccups in how long you've been here, any hiccups with taxes, that kind of thing. Because then, that's the part that I really can't speak on as much. Because I know some people kind of run into issues with that. So to be fair, be mindful of that. Myth number 3. You need to be married to get permanent residency. That is absolutely not true. I am painfully single. I have never been married, no kids, no prospects. God damn it. You can be single and still get permanent residency. Myth number 4. You're above the law. Let's be very clear on this one. You can still get deported if you are a permanent resident. So I don't recommend that you stop paying taxes and become a deadbeat just because you have permanent residency. Or let's say that you commit a crime. Let's say that you leave the immigration office with your shiny new permanent residency card, and you see that dude down the street who slept with your wife and ruined your life.
Motherfucker.
And you give chase. And you just start hitting him.
Stop! Sleep with my wife!
So if you punch that man until he stops moving, when the cops come, you can't be like, oh, no, wait. I'm a permanent resident. You're going home. Not only are you being deported, you're going to be deported to prison in your home country. Myth number 5. You're not a citizen of your home country anymore. I know my mom was worried about that one a lot.
Baby, are you sure you want to give up your U.S. citizenship? I trust you to make the right choice for you. I love you.
Mommy. But I'm still very much a U.S. citizen. Just a U.S. citizen with benefits, if you will. Myth number 6. You never have to set foot in the immigration office again. I wish this one wasn't a myth, because nobody likes going to the immigration office. Raise your hand if you like going to the immigration office. Exactly. Especially that one in Shinagawa where you're going to do the dreaded Tokyo Immigration Bureau wait. And you know, just off jump, you're probably going to end up spending at least 3 hours there. Possibly 4 or 5. But with permanent residency, you do have to go in every 7 years and get a new card. So you don't have to reapply, but you have to go get a new card every 7 years. Hopefully that means you just go to this special booth that's off to the side somewhere. You don't have to go through lines, but either way, I'm okay with it either way. And myth number 7, it takes 10 years to get permanent residency. This is actually more truth than myth. According to the Japanese immigration website, you can get permanent residency in as little as 3 years. But I think this only applies to highly skilled foreign professionals that kind of meet there's a point system that you can use to get preferential treatment. It actually says preferential treatment on the website. But if you score high enough on that point system and you are a highly skilled foreign professional, you can get permanent residency within 3 years. I don't know for sure, but I want to say if you have a spouse, you can also do it within 3 years. But don't quote me on that one. I didn't meet either of those requirements. So I had to play the long game, and the long game is 10 years. So I applied at 10 years, like 10 and a half years in. That'll do it for today, guys. Hopefully today's video took some of the fear and mystery out of Japan's permanent residency process. And hopefully this will put some of the myths to rest. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And for those of you studying Japanese on your own, if you want to find a community of other self-study learners just like you, please don't forget to join us at Japanese Mavericks. We'd love to have you. And I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.